guys, it's Mint Dragon. Welcome back to Season 2 of the Let's Play series for Star Traders Frontiers. This Let's Play is going to be a more advanced Let's Play. We're still going to start from scratch. We're going to build a captain and his team up, but I want to get to the higher levels of the game, show you some of the advanced gameplay strategies to use to get out of trouble, or maybe get into trouble. And just some different techniques like that we touched on in the first Let's Play series, all the basics of the game, all the features and how to get into a ship battle and end a ship battle, that type of thing, but we really didn't get into strategy. So this is more of trying to delve into those strategies. I'll try and keep them plus or minus 20 minutes in little chunks, and of course a description will cover everything that's going to be in that particular episode, so you can skip around and jump, or if there's something of particular interest, go straight to that. This episode we're just going to create our captain and start the game up. So let's see how we do. We're going to create a new captain. The game does come with 4 templates, but and there will be more by the time the game is officially released out of early access. But we're going to just create our own. As we went over last time, there are priorities to put these different groups in. So experience, ship, contacts, attributes of your character, and the skills. And we actually want to get attributes at the top. This is just the way I normally play. Attributes are very difficult to improve once the game starts. So there are a couple of things, there are traits and so on and so forth that you can pick up that may bump up your attributes, but to be able to consistently improve your attributes over the course of a game is very difficult. We're not going to have a fighter, so to speak, so we don't have to worry too much about strength and fortitude. I'm going to leave strength at the minimum of 14. Quickness is good. It does help you with some ship battles as well, and fortitude, maybe we'll take it up to 20. Fortitude will really help you from dying in the game. We're going to play on basic this time so that we can build up the experience level really fast. If I was playing in a game on impossible, I'd probably put the fortitude higher. And then the mental attributes are used a lot in the dice roll tests, so I want to get them up fairly high. We have 52 points, and that'll about do it. So we'll put all these at 26, 20 on fortitude, 24 on quickness, and we'll leave strength at the minimum of 14. That uses all of our attribute pool. And of course, if this was set lower on the priority scale, I wouldn't have as many attribute points to be able to use. Ship is going to be next for here. We're going to start with a ship called the Guardian Interceptor. It's got a lot of armor on it. It's got a lot of weapons on it, and it's a really good ship. If I was playing as I normally do, I would start with a smaller ship, and then over time, as I get cash, I would upgrade to a larger ship, perhaps even this Guardian Interceptor. But this is one where if we get into any scraps in the start of the game or the beginning of the game, we'll be able to protect ourselves. It'll keep our crew from getting too beat up, keep our ship from getting blown up, so we can pretty much take care of ourselves in the early game. And again, I would normally put ship towards the bottom and start with a smaller ship. But for what we're doing here today, we're gonna start with a bigger one. We can leave experience here. We are going to go as an explorer. Personally, I think explorer is one of the more challenging captains to play because it's so difficult to explore in the beginning. And the strategy that I use is I find other things to do early game while I'm building myself and my crew's talents and experience higher, so that I can be an effective explorer. So in the first little bit of this game, we're going to do very little exploring. We're going to take on some missions. We're going to start trading as a star trader to get money to improve the ship, get better weapons, so on and so forth, and then at a certain point we'll have enough talents to where it's really makes sense to start exploring and is really rewarding. So the journey to get there is going to be interesting. Okay, contacts. We will get a Prince contact due to the current starting story arc. So I don't need to select one there. We're going to be there's going to be one created in the game for us. And since I have contacts lower, we only get to choose 2 of them. I'm going to choose a retired explorer. We can get explorer missions from that person, and also trade permits, and also get some recruits. We'll probably be able to recruit some exo scouts from him or her. And then the second one's going to be a politician. Politician is unique in that they will buy intel from us. So when we come across intel when we're exploring, we can sell it to this person. It makes them more powerful. It gives us personal rep with them, or effective rep, and as a result we can get better missions from them, better introductions to other contacts, and so on and so forth. So with those chosen, we'll go back. Skills are at the bottom, so we have no skill points to choose. These are things such as combat skills, doctor skills, and we can get skills in the game through jobs, and the higher level of job you get skill points. So between or comparing skills to the attributes, it's fairly easy to improve your skill set for either your crew or your captain or your officers, much more so than attributes. So let's go ahead and name this template. We're going to call it Explorer 3. And then anytime I want, I can come back in and select this template and start a new game. We're just going to play on the default map. And last time we covered, creating new maps, custom maps, so on and so forth. And every map that's created does have a seed. So if you create a map that you think is killer, and let's see, I'm playing on a Mac here today, but if I chose to play on my PC, or when it comes out to mobile on my iPad or something like that, I could enter this map seed into the game, and it would create the exact same map with the same quadrants, the same planets, the same landing zones. The only thing that would be different, even with the exact same settings, would be that the contacts are going to pop up in different places. But it's kind of nice. We're going to play in the default map. I'm fairly familiar with it, so it will help us move through the game quicker. And I'm going to pick the Loon. Again, we went over in detail that the different factions have different strengths and weaknesses. And the diversity is going to even improve as the game gets closer to launch. You'll find more and more differentiators between the factions, but we're going to go ahead and just pick the Loon for right now. And here's our captain. We can be a boy or a girl. Pick a face. It looks like a captain. Alright, and a uniform. And you can further customize these guys with armbands, glasses, hats, that kind of thing if you wanted to do so. Alright, he looks like a captain. And you can even rename the captain if you want. You can rename any of the crew, actually. Alright, so the game starts, and there is a bit of a background and on the story. A little bit of background on who you are and what we're doing as a Star Trader. And we're going to skip that. I'm intentionally trying to skip any of the story arc missions, because they give you choices, and depending on the choices you make, it affects the game differently. It can affect the direction of the game, what contacts will live, what will die, who gets stronger, who gets weaker, and I want to save all of that fun for you. So we are going to just skip the story arc based missions or sidestep them whenever possible. Alright, so our ship is here, and this is the quadrant or sector that we're in, and this sector is located on I'm looking at the galactic map, so we are actually here on this sector, and then we use the hyperwarp gates to jump between sectors, so makes sense. Good. And then on the inside the sector you have planets, and the planets will have 1 or 2 landing zones. This one has 2, this one that we're on has 1. We're going to upgrade our crew here. We have 5 people that are ready to upgrade, so we're going to take care of that. I'm going to put a filter on here. The filters, by the way, now are sticky. So I filtered on who needs to level up, and every time I come back in to the crew section, it's going to just show me the crew that needs to be leveled up. So that's a nice feature they added. They made the filters on here sticky. So here's our captain. He can gain 1 job rank and 2 talents. And he is an explorer. I am also going to make the captain a commander. And so the explorer has some tactics, the commander has some tactics, so I'm stacking the talents there. We're definitely going to need command and intimidate points or skills, so we'll have that. And we can select 2 talents. The first one is a save talent, so anytime we get an explorer test, if we fail the dice roll, this will fire and we will pass that explorer test regardless. It does have a cooldown period, all of the skills do, and a lot of them are 3 weeks, but I expect as we go down the road, some of them will be, longer, some will be shorter. But it's pretty common to see 3 weeks here. And so for your save talents, you want to start looking at picking multiple ones of them up early on in the game. So we're going to pick Gut Instinct for that save talent, and then there's a save talent for failed command test. Awesome. Okay, the next person is our doctor. They have some latent skill points in Intimidate, and so I can add to that if I choose. I am actually going to make this doctor an explorer as well. The really good talents to explore, we're going to need probably 3 explorers on our crew to get at some of those higher level talents. So we're going to make this doctor an explorer as well. And here's a quartermaster. I usually like to make the quartermaster pair up with a zealot. They both have command and intimidate. So you can see here 1 command, 2 intimidate for both of them. So I'm stacking those skills on this person, and they got some pretty cool talents too. Finally, we have an engineer. This engineer has some blade skills. We're not going to make him a fighter. I'm going to go ahead and cross-train the engineer as a doctor. And last but not least, we just have a standard navigator. I'm going to go ahead and make that person an explorer as well. There we go. And so for the skill test or the talent, we're going to pick up Plentiful Rewards, which is a talent that when we do go exploring, it will increase the rewards by 10% plus the explorer skill. So if we had, say, 10 explorer skill, it would boost our rewards by 20%. Good talent to have. Alright, I think that is everyone we needed upgraded. Yep, there's no crew in this filter selection. Alright, now when we skipped over all the story in the beginning, it told us that there is a person who needs a star trader to give her passage to another planet, and it put a mission in our mission screen. So it's listed here, compelling passenger, and there is an arbiter waiting for us to give her passage. This is the beginning of a story arc, but it's 10,000 credits. We're going to go ahead and pick her up, and deliver and just basically pick up this free money. Down here you can see the event log. It's greatly improved versus the last time I did a Let's Play series. It currently has flavor, and so with this flavor here, instead of just saying you failed your dice roll for an intimidation test, it gives you some text above it. Compartment damaged during flight. So we failed the intimidate test, and it lets us know that there's no save talent. It used additional fuel. This ship suffered some damage, and the crew took some damage as well, or morale damage. And so there's a lot more information. This was always in the game, it's just you couldn't see it. You know, the database had all of this information. It's just the UI wasn't very clear on it as we were getting into early access. So that's greatly been improved. There's a lot of information available on this event log, so keep an eye on it. And you can also see where we passed it with a dice roll, or here when it required a saving talent. So this was a doctor save, which saved this roll here, or test. Okay, we're going to go ahead and land on this planet, and here is our arbiter. I'm going to skip all of the stories, and you can see you have all of these choices to take the story in a different direction. I'm just going to select a couple of them that get us out of here. Alright, now while we are on the orbital station here, we're going to refuel. We have a little damage to repair. No one needs paid. We are okay there in the spice hall. I am not going to pick up any type of goods from the exchange at this point. We're going to start off by running missions, because when I come down here to the faction screen, I can see that the game has thrown us into a trade ban with Clan Alta Mesa. And so this trade ban is going on. If we try to buy something from this orbital station and then sell it at the next Thulun planet we go to, we're going to lose reputation with Clan Alta Mesa and very quickly become a criminal. So part of the early game strategy I'm doing this time is to sidestep all of these reputation hits and manage them as we go along if we run into some situations that one clan or one faction is angry with us and hits us with negative reps. So we're gonna manage it and try to sidestep all of these conflicts going on. All right, let's take a look at where the Arbiter wants to go. We're gonna go up to the map. She tries to re-engage with us and talk some more. Alright, we will get you to Prince Fane promptly, Arbiter. And so if we go to our mission screen, here is the mission itself. We can set the waypoint from here. And we can now see that we need to get to this planet up here. And we're currently down here. So we'll navigate. Hopefully don't take on too much damage. We're failing some tests. Failing a lot of tests. Alright, but we made it. Okay, skip, skip, skip. Skip. Alright, then this person here in the story is saying, what did the Arbiter tell you while you guys were traveling here? I'm going to tell her I don't remember. By the pit, that's useless, Star Trader. So, and then she'll leave us alone. Okay, we need to get fueled up here. This fuel depot is only $2. We're going to give that a green star, because that is inexpensive. Oh, we took on a lot of damage. heal up. No one needs spiced up in the spice halls, and we're going to pay. Now, we want people to get paid because that will help them level up. Or when they get to the next level, when we pay them, they actually will level up, and we can begin adding to their jobs or adding additional talents. So we have gone right around 20 minutes. I'm going to pause here, and when we pick up next time, we will get into the game proper. So thanks for joining me again. We'll see you next time.